Many of you might have heard of him from the Odd Future tapes or from Nostalgia Ultra, or maybe even Channel Orange or Blonde, but without a doubt you have heard of Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is a singer, songwriter, and rapper from LA. He began his music career writing for Justin Bieber, John Legend, and even Beyonce. After getting tired of the anonymity of ghostwriting, he eventually met Tyler the Creator and joined Odd Future. We now have Nostalgia Ultra that dropped, Channel Orange, and 4 years later Blonde and Endless. But here in 2018 we have little to no features or singles and no sight of an album anytime in the future. Yet Frank stays completely relevant with even an extremely active subreddit and dedicated fans worldwide ready for any piece of music. So why can Frank Ocean stay so popular while staying so under the radar? I mean, his music is phenomenal, but I really think there's a deeper reason. I believe he does it naturally through his persona of scarcity. Let's talk about new content of Frank. It's not only the music releases that are scarce, but almost everything regarding him. For example, his last solo tour he went on was in 2012 for Channel Orange. Fans expected another set of dates 4 years later for Blonde, but they were only given 11 dates where he only headlined festivals. On top of that, 3 were cancelled. This left North American fans with only 3 chances to see Frank, with a single show in Canada and 2 in the US, LA and New York. I personally was lucky enough to get the chance to see him in his Ontario show, where I purchased a single-day festival pass, meaning that he had the ability to make me drive 3 hours and go to an entire festival just to see him perform at the final time slot. Because at the end of the day, I knew that I could possibly not get a chance to see him in a couple years. Even the tour merch at the festival I went to was scarce, where the lineup was over 6 hours to grab one of these t-shirts right here. But it's not only very hard to see him live, on top of that he also has a high scarcity of merch. Upon his release of the project Blonde, he released a Boys Don't Cry magazine, only available at special pop-up shops in New York, London, Chicago, and LA. Though these magazines were free, they were very limited. 2 years later, they now go on grail for over $500. This trend follows with posters, vinyls, and even free release t-shirts that were limited on Black Friday in 2016 that now sell for hundreds. So think of it, to me this leaves me as a listener with 3 full projects and a ton of features. When he drops a single and I'm not feeling the vibe, I do give it a couple of playthroughs because I know I might not get another single from him for a couple months or years. I personally listened through and loved Blonde and Channel Orange like no other album. But I strongly believe that I gave these albums a great chance because I knew that I might not get another album in a few years. Frank's natural desire for being under the radar made him a strong asset to the industry. When A$AP Rocky dropped his album, I had to listen to it because Frank was on it. Also, my favorite song off The Life of Pablo ended up being Wolves because of how many times I went back to it. Artists are so tied up with the constant updating of social media and connection with fans, but this makes me think to myself, maybe they're doing it wrong. The only connection that we have with him is in his poetry through his music and Tumblr, making his music so powerful and having us go back to past music while waiting for new music. So with all being said, how do you guys feel about Frank Ocean being such a scarce artist? Let me know in the comments and drop a like down below. Thanks a lot for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.